In today's video, we're going to approve or bust the following myths. Are the clothes you're wearing a disadvantage in PUBG Mobile? Will you hit the enemy if you run over his legs or head? And are genders equal if you shoot at them? Only here in PUBG Mobile Theory. Cuckoo everyone, and welcome back to your favorite PUBG Mobile MythBusters show. I'm your host GV, and today we're going to learn about hitbox. Our first myth comes from Peachy Gaming, and he wants to know, can your hat, or I guess any outfit, take damage? This is a really good question because, as you already know, there's really cool stuff in the shop right now. Some of these outfits make you taller, have bigger legs. I mean, just look at the proportion of the head and the body with this outfit. You can clearly see there's a difference here that is worth to analyze. So this myth, we're going to test it with several hats, a backpack because why not, and one outfit because... So let's go right into it, and the first thing we're going to test is the burger hat, of course. These 9-year-olds always showing their pride for the naked burger society. I'm proud of you boys, I'm proud. Anyways, here you can see I am aiming at the head. I need to aim a little bit higher, and you can clearly see I'm not directly going for the headshot. And the player is going to get some damage. Now let's try to move a little bit further from the head. Let's try these bunny ears. And just like that you are knocked. Let's try this again but in the corner. Nothing. But if you move to the middle, which is still really far from the head, boom. So let's go back to the burger hat just to make sure I didn't make a mistake. So what about this funny little hat? I'm gonna try to go as far as possible I can from the head. So what about the ice cream cover? Same result as with the burger hat, but now let me try the cherry on the top. This football helmet will have the same result. Let's try the cat hat now. You can see it's really far from the head, so let me go for the ear. Let's try the other ear too. Last but not least, let's try the cowboy hat. For this one I'm going for the right side, really far from the head. And again, GG boys. So what if you have a gas mask? I'm really curious about this one. That's absolutely really far from the head. And you're still going to get hit. Now for this experiment we're gonna try the same thing but with a backpack. We wanna find the hitbox where you're going to get damage. Let's go to the edge first and we're going to get closer and closer to the middle until we find the hitbox. Nothing there. Maybe down here. Let's go back to the middle. And there you go, we found it. Now let's try this again but while he's healing. Now the question is there any difference if he's crouching? Nothing over there, a little bit of damage up here. Last but not least, let's try this with our favorite outfit. This is the I have a big outfit. So this can be considered far from the body, and normally when you shoot at the weapons you should not get damage. Let me go for the edge. Perfect, a little bit below, and there you have the hitbox. In some cases you might say that's the player's hitbox. It's going to be the same result even if it's naked, but in some cases it's a little bit too much of a hitbox, and I believe this happens because of the outfit. So according to our evidence, yes, the clothes you're wearing can be responsible of the damage you take in this game. Next myth. This one comes from my brain. Yes, it's hard to believe. I have one. I use it. Try to use it every day. Will running over someone's head or legs cause any damage? So let's jump right into it. But first we want to remember the golden age of PUBG Mobile, those days where you could prone and you will not take damage from any vehicle. And of course, as you can imagine, those days are gone. That was not supposed to happen and we lost a 9-year-old. But that's totally fine because we have another test subject that will sacrifice themselves for the power of science. You might think this is easy, but this is what I need to deal with. Don't be scared, it's going to be fine. It was only an accident. Get in the middle of the street and prone. And we are ready to kill another one. But wait, running over the legs will not work. Really interesting in my opinion. Let's try this again just to be sure. Here are the legs and nothing at all. So now let's move up to the middle of the body. And there you go, the satisfying run over someone experience in PUBG Mobile. So now let's try the hands and see if there's any difference. Nothing at all, everything is good. Let's go for the head now. And the test subject is going to make it alive. Let's try this one more time just to be sure. And there you go, really interesting. I was not expecting this, to be honest. I actually thought it was going to be easier to run over someone. But after all of this you can see it's really hard. You really need to go for the middle of the body if you want to get rid of someone. I don't know, I am a scientist, I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but I think they should make the hitbox a little bit wider here, at least for the legs and head. It's a little bit more realistic, it sounds more reasonable to be honest. We have our evidence, we sacrificed a scientist for this one, and I'm going to bust this myth. No, running over someone's head or legs will not cause any damage. The next one is highly requested, so let's do it once and for all. Tilted Fire wants to know if men and women have the same hitbox. Without fast forwarding the video, let me know down below really quick, is the answer yes or no? For the next one we have our test subjects and we're going to call them Eve and Wally. Yeah, that sounds right. So our friend Eve is going to be first. You can see the body is almost identical. Wally here is a little bit wider, even the height is almost identical, so you can understand why they are meant to be for each other. Yes, you can find love in PUBG Mobile, someone actually tried it in one of my live streams. I'm not supposed to talk about that, so let's change topic. Anyways, for the first experiment we're going to get closer, and we're gonna try to hit Wally here. We want to be really precise here. And Eve is going to take the shot. Let's try the hand now. Same result. Now let's try this between the legs because I want to understand a little bit more how the hitbox works. Dang, so you're pretty much not safe anywhere. So now it's time for Wally to protect Eve. Let's go for the side first. I think he moved to take the bullet. What a gentleman. Let's understand a little bit more the hitbox. It's time for them to crouch. I'm gonna try to hit Eve's feet.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
There you go, but I'm really interested in how the hitbox work in this game, so let's try to do some other tests and see the results. For example, if I go to the middle, that's totally fine. Let's move one bar to the left. It's also fine, really interesting. Oh, 9-year-olds, they grow up so fast.
NANI?!
Let's go as close as we can. And Wally here is going to be fine. There you go, we have our answer.
But GV, that is not a myth.
I said we have an answer, I am the scientist here. I'm going to prove this one, gender equality is present in PUBG Mobile. Men, women, 9-year-olds are all the same. That will be everything for today. If this video was helpful or you like it, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on all notifications or you will not watch my videos. Thank you so much for watching and I will snap you soon. Tschüss.